you don't want to answer, it's quite alright, we understand. But one of the mistakes that I think that people make is when people have a particular illness, we treat them different. Were you treated different, and how did you feel about that?
Yes, and they didn't understand what it was at first, but then I would have to go up on stage or in class and just let them know that it's just something that you get from your parents. You won't catch it if I touch you. You won't catch it if I sneeze on you or we share food together or anything like that.
But the research says it's basically inherited. It's a hereditary type.
You can only get it if your parents have it. Now both parents have the trait.
I would just give an answer.
Both of them have the trait. And back then, there weren't a lot of testing being done with pregnant women. And, so, Mr. Ward and Mrs. Ward got together. They had me. Found out, I have sickle cell disease. But from then, my dad started, he was Dr. Robinson who diagnosed me. And he told my dad that usually sicklers don't pass the age of 6. So, growing up, my parents would actually tell me, make sure you keep your slippers on, make sure you keep warm, this and that. And they would feed me with the right stuff to eat. And that's how I, actually had a strong immune system. The pain would come, but I could bounce back because I was supported.
So basically you have to watch your diet.
Yes.
So you have to, even though after you're big mature, you still have to watch your diet carefully.
Yes, and it's not really saying taking anything out of your diet. It's doing the right thing, having the right food.
Healthy lifestyle.
Healthy, healthy food. As we said, last time when the government came in, grow what you eat what you grow. That's it.
Okay.
That's it.
Now, I would imagine you've done a lot of tests and things of that sort, and you've managed to cope with it. Just for the viewers' sake, what is the experience like when you go to employ and they find out you have sickle cell? Do you find it discriminatory?
Oh yes.
Tell us about that.
I have to say I'm not the only person. All sicklers have a problem getting a job. All sicklers, because number one, we are unpredictable. I am sick right now, Mr. Lawrence, but I have a smile. But when you apply for a job, you have to do a medical. And so they find out you have sickle cell. But there's always this thing about them. If you're absent from work for 2 days or more, they're not patient nowadays. Persons aren't patient with you. And even before, you had to actually push to stay in a job.
And it's not being patient, It's not being patient. I attribute that to that thing about capitalists, where the profit is the bottom line. And if you look like you would hinder the flow of that profit.
Definitely.
That's what it's all about.
Definitely.
It has nothing to do with patience. It has to do with greed.
It has to do with greed and how we perceive life and how we treat each other. Honestly, it has to do with all of that, because I know if people base everything off money, it's a bad thing to do.
Yeah, but the reality is,
that's it. If you don't have it,
government, everything is about money.
Yes, that's
some churches, it's about money.
Oh yes.
You know what I mean? You go to anywhere you go now, it's about money. It's neighbor against neighbor, it's about money.
Right.
A neighbor's mango tree hanging over there. Yeah, it's a big problem. Because he can sell his mango and you're over there picking it.
Exactly.
I know a lady that lives in Spanish Town, and the neighbor's lime tree hung over to her property. And rather than she be able to pick the lime, the neighbor chop off the lime tree because she doesn't want that to. I'm saying, if she's not growing the lime, it's not taking
right, exactly.
That's where we have
come to.
That's what because I am saying to you, you have sickle cell. You need medical care. You shouldn't be doing any fundraising.
Exactly.
You should be able to go into the hospital, get the best
Oh boy, well, that
right?
has been a struggle,
And
Mr.
then get the
Lawrence.
support, the after hospital support. That is what we should, this is really what should be happening. And then we call ourselves a Christian nation, yeah? And if you look at the people who are talking about we are Christians,
Okay.
we're going to take a break.
Oh boy.
This is speak for the people. We're talking to Miss Keino. I wouldn't say she's a victim, but she's a person who suffers from sickle cell. Put it bluntly if you don't know. Sickle cell is one of those diseases. It interrupts your immune system. So that, the slightest cold, whatever it is, it affects your body. Right? So those of you who are walking around healthy, give thanks. I even give more thanks because I'm sure she gives thanks because she has life. But we're here to let her tell her story so that you can give the sort of support to her that you give to others in need as we do to those in Haiti. Nothing wrong with the people in Haiti, but we want to use that example because it's an example that shows the humanity that is within all of us if we care to call and we will right back.
Production presents Sounds of Love fundraising concert featuring Kukudu, Gadi Gadi, Ainsley King, Sister Scully, John Fleming, Sister Pat, and many more. Saturday, February 13, 2010 at the Mandeville Primary and Junior High, Caledonia Road, Mandeville. Admission $400 pre-sold, $500 at the gate, $1,000 VIP. Gate open 6 p.m. showtime 7. Ticket outlet Mandeville, Fontana Pharmacy, Christiana Pharmacy, Young Pharmacy, and Tiger Mart Maypen. Sounds of Love promoting sickle cell awareness.
This is Pace TV on various cable networks and now on the internet at pacewebtv.com. Keep watching your community TV station for people, art, culture, and education.
This is Pace TV, your community TV station.
Alright, welcome back to Speak to the People. I got only speaking to the lovelies. What? That's a good point. Well, I know some of you young guys have been just drooping up. They're coming to the concert February 13th, and it's going to be at Mandeville Primary and Junior High, Caledonia Road, right across from the plaza. And you can get a good look at them. Then Rose, going to be there. Sister Scully.
Oh yes, I tell you.
My guy.
Gadi Gadi.
Gadi Gadi.
Yes.
I'm going to show you a piece of Gadi Gadi. Gadi Gadi is one of my favorites. And she's really Gadi Gadi. Okay, tell us some of the people going to be able to come.
Oh boy, I tell you, this has been such a good response. It's phenomenal. The response I've gotten for this show. I'm, playing host to a wide variety of artists because it's actually a pre-Valentine show too. So, John Fleming, Sister Scully, Sister Pat from R&B, Kukudu, the hi, man, Hands King, Gadi Gadi, Loud and Twine, Bonnie Rose, Witness Gospel Band, Agent Police, Shan Rose, and Minister Sonny B.
Come on, you have top.
Oh yes.
Right?
Yes.
So, not only going to be blessed, entertained.
I'm telling you.
And entertained for a good cause.
For a good cause.
And guess what happened now? You see, they're coming. Every person that comes in, see?
Yes.
Pays for the ticket. When we say the extra $500, but this is going to make sure they get that DVD
Oh wow.
of the concert.
Okay.
Right?
Yes.
But they have to pay the $500
Extra.
then and right? After the concert is $12 million. So, sign up, pay your $500 extra if you want, after you buy the ticket, and you find out what to get in your DVD, right? So that's it. It's the only show that ever happens, right?
Exactly.
Okay.
Only show.
You're in high school.
was one of the roughest and most disturbing time in my life. Because I was told I would never pass 17 years old.
That's what the doctors told you.
Oh yes. I was so sick. I would not pass 17.
Alright, let me stop you there. You know, and this, maybe I'll listen to this. When the doctors tell you that sort of thing, what happens to you mentally? You know, tell us, what happens to you mentally?
At that age, oh boy, you're so scared. You wanted to be who you wanted to be. You know, you wanted to just do everything what everybody else was doing that a teenager would do. A girl dress up, go out, the first kiss and all of that, But it was more shelter, it was more, oh gosh, don't get a cut, oh gosh, don't, going to the hospital, going to the doctors and finding out why am I gonna die? And then that was how I ended up at the sickle cell clinic in Kingston, from Mrs. Allen as well, because they were around, but I didn't know about it. I didn't know about that because I knew what I had. And then the doctor said I would pass 17, and that was it. That was just a barrier there, Sit down, don't do anything, be quiet, try not to get sick.
But I have seen you up and down.
Oh boy.
And frankly, if you didn't tell me that you had the disease, I wouldn't know. At what stage did you decide, listen, I am going to get a hold of this thing. I am going to get a hold of my life. I am going to live. At what stage did you make that decision? Because obviously you did.
I did, I would say around 12 years old, honestly, because around that time I knew I wanted to become a doctor. I really wanted to become a doctor, and that was not just because I was sick. It was just the care that I got from my dad and my mom, and it was just embedded in me, that was me. And I really tried my best. I did my best. I was absent most of the time, but I had people who would take my notes. And, it was hard for my mom because some teachers would really drive me to the point where they abused me mentally.